Hello everyone, this is Ghengis Khan. Thank you very much for tuning in. I know that you're expecting a live commentary in this video, however, due to time constraints, file corruption, and general lack of effort on my part,
What the fuck was that?
well, you're having to listen to a post-game commentary. Now, when I say lack of effort, I mean the fact that I sounded so dozy when I started recording this that I thought it was pathetic. I thought, to be honest, you can do a lot better than that. So I took it out. Also, the fact I was actually playing a bit rubbish. I think I die somewhere in this video due to carelessness on my part. I think I was rambling on about other games and news. But I am going to take this time to walk through the game with the new skill shots, as I said I would. However, I am going to take in a deep breath because I'm starting to run out of it. Yes. Now, I will also let you know where the electroflies and the news bots are located in this game walkthrough. Beyond that, I don't know what to tell you. I haven't wrote out any particular script for this, so this is all based on how the game plays out from me watching it. So you and I are both watching this. You and I are both watching the fact that I cannot decide what it is I'm going to buy with my 8,198 points. But I cannot believe I did not go for the flower gun, because the flower gun has lots and lots of points available. But for this particular map, you really need a sniper. I don't buy anything, so essentially the last 30 seconds were a waste of time. I agree with you on that one. Luckily for you, you've got another 30 seconds to watch me shoot these flies. I'm surprised I get 5 in 5 successive shots. Now, the last one is usually always a pain, but I get it relatively quickly, relative to the fact that in later videos I take about 5 minutes. And I think I waste an entire 3 clips somewhere later on in this video. Or is that just one of the really bad?
Nice.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. As you probably watch from my videos, I am a bit dozy. But, well, what do you expect? When you game a lot, your mind began to rot at a young age when you were introduced to television. And then again, when you were first introduced to gaming. I was introduced to gaming both with the Commodore 64. Now, if you do remember that, if you do remember being on that, you'll remember how long it took you to actually get it to work. I think it took like 3 hours to get it to work for me, because the game. Oh, right. Now these are new enemies. I will come back to the Commodore 64 because that's a very interesting piece of gaming history there. So you, in these walkthroughs, not only will you get an understanding of how to play the game and what enemies there are. These enemies are actually too quick for your leash. Probably on par with some of the pistol wielders. Right. So essentially, to get these enemies, what you need to do is you need to kick-swipe them. Now, in the previous videos, I did actually say that my voiceover work was too quiet for some viewers. Now, the reason of this being is the mic I use, the microphone I use. Now, some of you may think that I use a standalone microphone with on a stand that's in front of my face with a cover. You know, some of those big fluffy mics that you see on movies and television. Unfortunately, no, I use a gaming headset. I'm not going to tell you the specific make, because you'll think I'm ridiculous for having spent on it. However, I spent all that money to no avail because I had the headset on the wrong way. this headset can actually flip, and the microphone flips backwards. However, it isn't double-sided, so it was coming through quiet. I prefer to have the microphone on my left-hand side as opposed to my right, and so it was coming through quieter. I should have noticed it really from the audio spikes. Now, so far we haven't had any new skill shots. I saw Voodoo earlier on, which is essentially stick onto a spiky thing, like there. I can't see anything else. Extermination isn't part of one, but I was trying to get one there, which is environmental. But there was no enemies there, and I was trying to also get the basically a stasis-like effect that is also shown in Dead Space 2, you know, where you use your stasis. Again, going into other games in this particular walkthrough, because there are a lot of things coming out. As I said earlier on, I do want to take opportunities like this to move on into news and things I've noticed in the gaming world recently. Also, the GDC is coming up soon. A few things I'd like to cover in that, in maybe a future video. So, take a deep breath and let's get back to Bulletstorm. Actually, I had to edit that part out because I died, as I said at the start of the video, being careless. Unfortunately, that's what you get when your mind's not really in the game. You actually have to commit on harder difficulties to learn how to do particular skill shots and make sure that you don't die.
One sniper means a dozen.
Okay, so back to the game.
Come on, give me a target.
Well, there's not really much to say. Right now I've equipped the sniper rifle, the first time that you actually equip it in the campaign. And the objective with this sniper rifle, as you can see, is to guide the bullet into your enemy once it leaves the barrel. Not when it leaves the barrel, but by the point that you aren't going to miss your enemy. I managed to get a skill shot earlier, a few seconds ago, actually, a headshot where you guide the bullet into their head. There are numerous skill shots. One of them being accident, which is guiding your enemy that you have shot into a hazard, or impale them. I do believe that it's probably the impale. The hazardous one is most likely called, I think it's called shrapnel, off the top of my head, or whether that's the thumper version, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so we're coming up to another new spot there. 5 out of 28 completed. Sorry, not completed, destroyed. So I'm taking a minute there for some unknown reason. Collecting all ammo available, because on very hard difficulty it's very hard to come across ammunition, despite the fact I came across 3 bullets there. That's a crate of ammunition which is specialised for one weapon only. It's not all weapons.
Or I'll assume I'm all that's left.
Right.
They get their hands
So far,
she won't have long.
Nope, we're on short time.
I'll tell you what is exactly happening in terms of story. In case you missed videos of the past.
Scumbags deserve
So far, you have landed on the planet of Stygia. That's about it. No, I forget basically what's happened. You've landed on the planet of Stygia after attacking the Confederate prize warbird. I'm doing air quotes, by the way. The Ulysses, which has your old boss on there, and you've decided to destroy it. And what continues to happen is the tribesmen, I suppose, are attacking you, and you need to find a way to get off the planet, which involves finding this particular woman, which I'm sure we'll come across later on. I'm sure you're all looking forward to that, male audience. That's rather sexist, and I never thought I'd be saying that a comment I make is rather sexist towards men. Okay. trying to guide the bullet there into his backside, because there's actually a skill shot called rear entry, which is worth an awful lot of points compared to 10 there, which are utterly useless. Well, not utterly, because you could probably buy... oh wait, that's right, nothing. But it contributes. Every little helps. Look after the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves. Okay, so... got a lot of enemies to kill in a moment. I do remember this particular part of the video because I do believe I was cursing multiple times because a friend of mine had started playing this game and said he was trying to get the bluff skill shot. I don't know what happened there, just decided to shoot the wall. Anyway, trying to get the bluff skill shot, and I said that's probably a piece of cake. Which is just to guide the bluff skill shot, trying to describe there, is to guide your bullet at an enemy that you've aimed at before shooting, and then shoot a different enemy with that bullet. Now, here we go. I don't know why I said here we go when basically I just shot the enemy I was aiming for. But I think I used numerous bullets. Not entirely sure how many I use, but I miss a fair few targets. Yes, I am a noob. I am a retard. But I bring this for your entertainment. Now, write in the comment section if you please whether you thought that was up his arse or not. I think it was. And that is why I missed that shot. No, not really. That's not really why I missed that skill shot. So yes, it does get a bit monotonous watching somebody else play this particular game. Enjoyment is to be had playing it. Now, I will talk more about this game. I think I've already spoken on Anarchy Mode, but I'll care to elaborate. Anarchy Mode, 4-player, very similar to Firefight in Halo, Reach, or Halo 3 ODST, or that of Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3 most likely when it comes out. Speaking of which, I did order my Epic Edition of Bulletstorm, so I've got my access to the beta.
Sleep tight, pretty boy.
Now, when I come across a new skill shot, I'll let you know what exactly I do in order to get that skill shot. But for the moment, I'm going to allow you to watch my epic failings of this particular game. Maybe with a few comments here and there on how bad I suck, because I don't want you, the audience, to think I'm deluding myself in thinking, oh yes, I'm a brilliant gamer, I can get lots of points. See, I got lots of points there. 10 points. 10 fantastic points. I don't see you getting any points. I don't even see you in anything at all because I haven't seen your videos. No, wait, hang on. You're that guy. You're that guy off YouTube. Yeah, I know you. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for telling me. I've seen your videos. Very entertaining. What, they weren't supposed to be?
Let's get out of here.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that. But yeah. Again. Spending 5 minutes in the actual room there. A room? It's not really a room. The drop kit menu. I spent 5 minutes in there just looking at skill shots. I was like, skill shot, skill shot, skill shot. Again, the commentary was rather bland because I was just commenting on rubbish. Now you see there I'm lining up shots with my sniper rifle, but I'm not actually shooting. And that's for that particular skill shot, which is required to shoot an enemy from over 10 yards away without actually scoping. And by scoping I mean aiming at the enemy and then firing. But yeah, again, hot shot, guided headshot. I like how it gives you the headshot bonus as well. Now, again, this is a post commentary, So it's it occurs after the video recording. Now backing up here, because I do really want to get that bluff skill shot, which is to kill an enemy by guiding a bullet towards a particular aimed enemy but shooting the other one. However, I do spot an opportunity here for a skill shot I actually saw in the drop kit. Sorry, it's not here, it's later on. Let's see, I'll try and get one then, but unfortunately my depth perception was out of whack and I should have gone back to Specsavers. That's a British pun. If you're American, you may not get that. If you're American living in the UK, you probably still won't get that. If you're British, you won't get that. Nobody gets it. That was the point I was trying to make. So yeah, I get this guy. Is she having a lot of fun due to the fact he's not actually killing anything? See, if I'd have been 1 second later, I would have got the bluff skill shot. But I'm wasting ammunition here, so I suggest, if I can make a suggestion, don't waste your ammunition on the skill shots for sniper rifles on this particular area. The reason for getting the skill shot achievements, which is getting 100% of the skill shots. There's one particular skill shot here that I thought was good. I thought I'd be able to get the bluff one, but instead I get kill and news. But the thing is, I didn't actually kill the enemy with the bullet that I was aiming at. Instead I killed him with an explosion. But apparently it counts because he was the first enemy to die by way of explosion. Kill a news being to kill it with one of the news bots. So anyway, back to the point in hand, or the point in question. The skill shots, you really want to get on very easy mode. That's why they give you that option. Unless you want to give it to your baby brother or your sisters or your mom or your dad. Anyone who you think is an inferior gamer. I'm not in any way, shape or form saying that your little brother or sister or mom or dad are inferior compared to you at gaming. Hey, I'm somebody's little brother, so if he's watching this video, actually you are the inferior one. Haha. Except at racing games. He always seems to like to beat me on racing games. So yes, this is a walkthrough per se, but it's very opinionated. It's very informal. I know you get walkthroughs like IGN on the one end of the scale and Inside Gaming. No, sorry, not Inside Gaming. Inside Xbox. Inside Gaming is on the other end of the scale. They're informative. However, they have a very lockabout way. I want to get somewhere in the middle. However, I don't feel I'll be able to achieve this without your help. I need you to tell me, the viewers, what you feel suits you better. Whether it's me missing and me laughing about it, or me just talking in a monotonous tone about specifics in the game. Now, as you see here, I managed to actually get the bluff skill shot, and not a moment too soon, I might say, because not only am I running out of sniper ammunition, but I've wasted at least 15 bullets trying to actually get that skill shot. So, success attempt, not very good. Rear entry. That was the skill shot I was talking about earlier, where you shoot somebody in the rear end. But that was purely by chance. I felt that particular skill shot there, where he landed in the water, should have been the fish food skill shot. Achievement, not skill shot. Now, a pro of doing a post-commentary walkthrough, as I'm doing now, is that I can take out any thing in the video that I don't want in the video. I can retake, I can reshoot. Hell, if I'm sitting eating my dinner and I feel like I've got indigestion or whatever, I'm being totally informal by the way now, I can go, no, screw that, I don't want to have to restart the entire level just to play the game and do the walkthrough. No, I want to, I don't have to restart it, I can just restart the audio commentary and get started again afterwards. However, I don't like to do that. As you can see, I'm taking little breaks and little pauses just to think of the right words, rather than writing it down like a script, because I'm not a scripted man. You can't tell me what to do, unless it's an order that I need to follow. If you tell me not to jump on a bus, hey, I'm not gonna not jump under a bus. Unless you want me to jump under the bus, in which case I'm not going to. So I'm not gonna let you tell me what to do. Anyway, skill shot there that I may have missed. Afterburner. You set them on fire with an incendiary... anything that sets things on fire, but you don't kill him. And then you just shoot him. It's called Afterburner. Charging up my pistol here for no apparent reason. I was hoping to get like some sort of special skill shot using the charged pistol into that barrel and kill lots of enemies and get lots of points. But it didn't turn out to be the case.
Damn, it ain't happening! You've been hiding, haven't you? Naughty, naughty!
Okay, so what you see here is me shooting the electroflies after running around for several seconds trying to figure out where they are, because this is, after all, my first playthrough. Now, with this being a post commentary, I'm able to choose when and where I speak, and also, should I mess it up, I can always go back and alter the commentary. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because, as I've said in a previous video, my voice wasn't loud enough, but I actually just went back through and listened to the audio, and for the last 2 minutes or so, the voice wasn't loud enough. Unfortunately, sorry, not unfortunately, fortunately, I could go back and re-record it, as you're now witnessing. That's one thing I can't do in a live audio commentary, and as you can see here, I'm staring at a screen. The thing about recording live video footage is you can't really edit it out if you want it to keep both the audio and video as a whole. If you want me to do a post commentary where I edit out certain errors such as that, then feel free to let me know. There's actually an error that I'd like you to pay attention to in approximately 1 minute. If that, probably even 30 seconds from now. And it has plagued many a gamer since the conception of gaming. Electronic gaming, that is, not board gaming or outdoor gaming. More electrical. And I want you to understand, a live commentary, you will be hearing me rage at the fact that the fuse blew in the goddamn plug. The fuse goddamn blew, and I had to restart it, like so. I had to go back to the checkpoint, and I had to restart it. So, not exactly one of my better moments in a live commentary. Now, if you'd like to have live commentaries, I would be glad to do that, but I would talk about more than just the game itself. I would be talking about you know, the skill shots in the game, and also things that are happening in the gaming world. You know, you can also hear about things that I've read that day. Now, skill shots there, two there. One was gotcha, which is to kill an enemy after being pulled with the leash, and the second one, fly guy, to die thanks to an electrify, which is kind of a bad way to go out, which is explaining the 500 points I received. Another skill shot there I want to point out, being vertigo. For those of you not in the know, that is a skill shot which requires me to kick you over the edge and you fall to oblivion. Actually, no, sorry, you fall to Stygia. I may have already said this in a past video, and I have also said in past videos also that I like to say words repeatedly, including this particular sentence, most likely. Maybe. Now, again, a complaint I have with particular methods in recording live videos, and live commentaries. You can't edit out things like this where I forget to go and kill the electrolytes. Electrolytes are things in your body. Electroflies. I could have edited that out and saved you 30 seconds of me complaining. So it's got its pros and cons. If you enjoy things such as bloopers in an actual walkthrough, then fine, I'll do that, along with opinions, because I am a very opinionated person. Hell, I'm British. I'm only second to Americans, who are also opinionated. Hey, everyone's opinionated, it's just that, well, as I've most likely said, or I say to my friends anyway, opinions are like arseholes, everybody's got one, except some are bigger than others. So do write in the comment section what you think I should do. All comments are appreciated as constructive criticism. As we're coming up to the end of the chapter now, I want to thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you next time.